Back. Third-seeded Superior was ready to host their first home playoff match in the last decade as the sixth-seeded Holman Vikings drove nearly 4 hours for the opening round contest. Starting out early in the first, it was tic-tac-toe for those Vikings. Brock Needham swings it over center before freshman Andrew Lohman snipes it through, finding Jacob Simmons, who does the rest. Vikings grabbing that 1-goal lead early. Then to a Superior corner kick with just 3 minutes until the halftime break, Chase Danielson gets it to the far end of the net. To that kid, Spencer Kidd, he knows the job's not finished, grabs the ball as he wants to break that tie. Yet with defenders everywhere, Holman sets up Chael Yang for the header to the left end of the net just 7 minutes into the second, giving the Vikings the lead right back at 2-1. And after just a few opportunities in the final seconds, it's Mark Pagnucci and Evan Stretch putting the deep header right on net, but Jack Barnowski gets a finger on it for the save, and the Vikings complete the upset 2-1 over Superior. The Minnesota State Soccer Tournament began today in the Twin Cities. Sadly, the Denfeld Hunters fell in the quarterfinal round to top-seeded Blake 5-0. Meanwhile, the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks girls were at state for the first time in school history. They also fell tonight in shutout fashion 3-0. The Duluth East Greyhounds girls team also competing tonight, also falling in a shutout 3-0. But hey, silver linings with Dano Chiarelli. A still massive congratulations goes out to all these teams for making it to state, winning their section. And tomorrow we still have the ESCO girls and the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers boys competing in state. Hopefully one of them can pull out a win.
Yeah, congrats on great